What if all you've ever known was silence? Being able to convey one's thoughts and feelings through speech is something I feel we all take for granted. Black Bolt, king of the humans, despite being blessed with awesome power, is also cursed to remain silent, for if he let a single word, he could destroy everything and everyone he's ever cared about.
Hey everyone.
Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, please check out my previous video, How Powerful is Spider-Man? As you can tell from the title of this video, I'll be going over how powerful is Black Bolt, the Midnight King. After reading through most of his appearances, I feel like Black Bolt has been mistreated either by the media,
Taser, taser, taser!
whatever that show was, or by how the humans have been handled in the comics. Alright, enough of my tangent. I'll quickly go over his origin story for those who aren't familiar with it. Bakagar Boltagon was the son of two prominent Inhuman geneticists. Typically, once you become a certain age, you are then subjected to the mutagenic Terrigen Mist. However, he was exposed to them before he was born, resulting in him possessing power beyond that of a normal Inhuman. Due to his destructive voice, Black Bolt was put in a soundproof chamber to learn how to control his power and teach himself discipline. After getting that out of the way, first I'd like to go over how strong Black Bolt is. Some people think he's nothing without his voice. However, that's not the case. He's been able to trade blows with Gladiator, and he does it again. And for reference, Gladiator has been able to fight and eventually break the back of Hyperion. Fights Thor multiple times. And has been stated to be near Hulk strength. Stated to possess the same power as Beta Ray Bill, another Thor level character. Black Bolt can fight and even beat the Thing. Side note, in the same series this fight took place, the Thing destroyed Blastar, who has fought on par with Thor before.
Thing has also fought Hulk numerous times.
He's even fought Thor, sends a Nova flying with a punch, slugs out with Namor, he can also fight Thor in close combat, also defeat Ronin in combat without the use of his powers, knock Sphinx on his ass, and Sphinx has fought Nova, and can overpower the Thing easily. And there's this one time with a character called Lady Sphinx, who had half the power of normal Sphinx. And when Hulk tried to attack her, she knocked him away like he was nothing, and he was knocked out afterwards. Narration also states that Black Bolt is a close second to strength in Hulk. So yes, he should be comparable to Thor and Hulk in strength. He has some pretty good durable feats as well, such as taking blows from the Hulk, who he has fought more than once, a Thing, on multiple occasions, Thor, who is comparable to Hulk, Gladiator, and even Thanos himself. He's also survived an explosion that tore the fabric of reality, and it was light years long. Black Bolt can keep up with some of the fastest beings in the universe in combat, such as Thor, Hulk, and Gladiator. For reference, Thor can keep up with Silver Surfer, who can enter warp speed and travel 500,000 light years in seconds. In a few minutes, he travels from Earth to halfway across the universe. That means he's traveling 23 billion light years in 3 minutes. He has to be moving at a speed of 2 septillion, 704 sextillion, 170 quintillion miles per hour to do that. And for you metric system users, it's 4 septillion, 351 sextillion, 940 quintillion kilometers per hour. That's 24 zeros, by the way. Surfer has also went back in time with just his speed alone, even while in the middle of a fight. For those who don't know the speed scaling, going back in time through speed alone is immeasurable speed. Black Bolt also has other abilities tied to his ability to control and harness electrons through his antenna. With this ability to control and harness electrons, he's been able to create a new roof thing, can cause the ground to sink, solidifies the electrons of the air and water to form a bridge. He can also hypnotize opponents like the Mandarin. While in space, he can keep the oxygen in his ship even though there's a big hole. He can also create a protective barrier that lets him and others traverse space. Can turn beings into stone. Also has some form of resistance to mind control. And can drain energy from characters such as Nova. He can also create blasts of electrons that have harmed Nova, Thor, and Sphinx. Now I'll go over his most powerful weapon, his voice. A single word, a whisper, could turn Ronan into dust. Who can stagger Gladiator, knock back Blastar, and mess with Miss Marvel. Knocks out an alternate universe Terex, who is messing up Iron Man. In House of M, Black Bolt destroyed Apocalypse. Apocalypse has fought on par with Thor multiple times. His voice can keep up with Quicksilver in speed. One syllable in Gladiator's ear incapacitates him briefly. He also shatters a dome with a whisper. Knocks out Namor briefly. Even Sentry didn't want to confront him after feeling a whisper. The same Sentry that fought World War Hulk. So there's this cosmic being called Vortex that collected galaxies. Vortex blinked at the thought of Black Bolt using his voice, and was presumably defeated by Black Bolt. A Skrull scientist says he could bring the universe to its knees. He's also knocked out the Hulk with just a whisper. Twice. Turns Vulcan into whatever that thing is. And Vulcan is comparable to Adam Warlock. His voice's power is also linked to his emotion. His scream can also damage Thanos, the Mad Titan. And during the same fight, his next two screams were weakened, due to the Terrigen bomb going off. Maximus, his genius brother, said he wasn't even half the man he used to be. So a weaker Black Bolt can still damage Thanos, who did this to the Avengers.
All that for a drop of blood.
Before I go over where I scale Black Bolt, I want to go over his misconceptions first, because he has some. So there are the statements that he can destroy a mountain with a whisper, or that how his screams can destroy planets. Well, those aren't his limits. He's been able to harm characters such as Hulk, who scales way above just planetary. And I think his biggest misconception is his fight with Hulk during World War Hulk. That actually wasn't Black Bolt. It was a Skrull. And before you say, oh, Skrulls can replicate any superpower to the original, if not better. If that was the case, then why would the Skrulls want to capture Black Bolt and use it as a weapon? If they could already replicate Black Bolt's power, then why would they need to capture Black Bolt and use him as a weapon? Even the scientist, Skrull, who was working with Black Bolt, said he's going to be their greatest weapon. Even Hulk himself said if that was the real Black Bolt, he could have lost. After going through Black Bolt's feats and scaling, how powerful do I think he is? Well, I think he's anywhere from Galaxy to Universal at least.
I knew it.
Now, before you jump on me, hear me out. Black Bolt has fought characters who scale here at the very least, such as Hulk, Thor, Gladiator, Sphinx, and Thanos. How do I know these characters are at least Galaxy to Universal? Well, the Hulk has destroyed a universe in his fight with Nightcrawler. He also thunderclapped and destroyed dimensions. Hercules has literally lifted the heavens. Silver Surfer stated his power could destroy a galaxy if misused. Surfer also safely contained enough energy to destroy 2 universes. He's manipulated the energy from the Big Crunch. And if you know what the Big Crunch is when, instead of the universe expanding, it collapses in on itself, eventually destroying the universe. In his fight with Unilord, he destroyed galaxies. Why am I going over Silver Surfer feats? Well, Thor has fought on par, if not overpowered him, in their many fights. And Black Bolt is as powerful, if not more powerful than Thor. And Thor has plenty of Galaxy to Universal feats, such as fighting Surtur, who said his power can destroy a galaxy. Surtur also will destroy Asgard, which is a realm, universal in size. An explosion rivaling the Big Bang hit Thor and he survived it. And many more. Even Black Bolt himself was stated to have infinite energy and defeated Sphinx, who can tear a galaxy asunder. And Black Bolt didn't even use his voice. To further concrete this point, Black Bolt has damaged Thanos, who fought an out-of-control Thor with the Power Stone. Yes, the Power Stone. He was also fine from Silver Surfer's blast, and he's even fought Odin, who is most likely holding back. However, he should be in the ranges of Galaxy to Universal when he's holding back, at the very least. So I have Black Bolt anywhere from Galaxy to Universal in AP. At least. And for speed, massively faster than light, to immeasurable speed. And in my opinion, I think he's overall more powerful than the likes of Thor and Hulk, and anyone in those ranges of power. Thank you to those who stuck around for the entire video. And if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below in the comment section. Also, please like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell for new uploads and updates. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I never thought you would speak. Don't do it. Please. Please.